What's your last name, Dan?
Boldijar. It's difficult name.
Well, welcome to the True Geordie podcast, Dan. For those who don't know, you have a YouTube channel, and one of the things that you specialize in is talking about the prison time that you had, and in particular in Romanian prison.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, I think it was 5.5 years you spent in prison, right?
5.5 years, yeah.
Ironically, you just so happened to be in the same prison that it looks like Andrew Tate might end up in if he does get convicted.
Yes.
So you've been through that whole process that he's going through right now. I'll start off with what the outside world are saying about this Romanian justice system. A lot of people, are wondering what it'll be like for him. Is it corrupt? Can he just pay his way out of this situation? Andrew Tate himself said, "I'm going there because the laws are relaxed."
He doesn't know what he's talking about. There is corruption as long as you talk about a regular guy like me, because no judge in Romania will take so much risk to let him go away free if he's guilty, or to put him in prison if he is innocent. Everyone should know this. No judge on earth in this situation. We talk about Andrew Tate. The whole planet knows him now.
Mm-hmm.
No judge will take this risk because the whole world is watching what they are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe a judge will take a bad decision, a wrong decision, sorry.
Mm-hmm. We've seen he's been given a 30-day extension of his arrest.
Yes.
Why would they have done that?
Because it was a chance that he could run away or he could bribe the witnesses. He has a lot of money. He could pay how much you want. 1 million. Take 1 million, for example. So it might be the chance that the case could be interrupted because of that. Not because he's a dangerous guy for the society.
In terms of what he's been accused of, what is the attitude in Romania like towards people who do human trafficking and that sort of thing? Because is it a relaxed attitude, or do people take it seriously over there?
When we talk about him, there are two parts. Half of them, they are said, yeah, he's innocent, Matrix did it. And the other side, it's like, man, you think if you're rich, you can come in our poor country and you can do what you want, you're gonna pay. Because even if we are corrupt, corruption is everywhere. If you came here and you make it so public what you do, and you make it so public that our authorities are corrupted and you can do what you want, you're going to go to prison. No matter how much money you have, and no matter how much fame you got. Because what people don't understand, our judges, no matter how corrupt they are, they put in prison a lot of Romanian guys with way more money than he have. Trust me. I don't want to give a name because I didn't ask for the permission, and I have respect for Romanian people. But trust me, I can give you 10 examples of rich people, rich politicians, corrupt politicians who got in prison with way more money than Andrew Tate have.
Okay.
So this corruption thing is so relative, it's...
So when he's talking about, you mentioned before the Matrix and how he predicted that this would happen. Why do you think he predicted that?
It's a common fact on the people who break the law to blame the system. It's not the system. I was stupid enough to break the law. Now I'm blaming the system. No, I'm glad they put me in prison so I can change my opinion about making illegal money.
So do you think they've got evidence, like good evidence?
Look, when they come with the first house warrant, they took all his recordings, all his cameras, and he knew they have evidence. But he's very intelligent, but in a very evil way, because he's capable in manipulating the people. Look, no matter what they're gonna show you, it's all fake, because Matrix can do what they want. They can even fake a video. I'm Andrew Tate. Listen to me. We have an invisible enemy. He wants me to shut up. They don't want me to tell you the truth, man. In the next second, we both have an enemy. Who is this enemy? I don't know. They can defend themselves? No, because it's Matrix. Who is Matrix? We don't know. So you only hear my opinion, only my side of the story. Exactly like in this case. We only heard what he said. But trust me, the next second you're going to see a girl cry, looking at the camera and saying, yes, this guy raped me and he slapped me so hard. I have a lot of wounds and he put me to do all this stuff. In the very next second, a lot of people will wake up. Until then, okay, he created he had a very big impact on people because he has a style in telling the truth that you want to hear. That's how he manipulates people. Mm-hmm. He tells you the truth that you want to hear. But all that he does, he uses weak people in order to win. He's teaching us how to be a man. I'm going to teach you how to be a man. How can you teach me how to be a man when you're not man enough to earn your own money? You need a weak, vulnerable, depressed girl to make money for you. How can you teach me how to be a man? I'm man enough to earn my own money, not so much money. I don't care, but I work hard for my money. Man, I get emotional. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, man, you're speaking the truth, man, and I rate it. I respect what you're saying, and to me, sitting on your arse while girls take their clothes off and make you money is that's not a real man's earning. There's been a video released in the last 24 to 48 hours now, done by Vice.com, where they had a girl who originally in the UK in 2015 had accused him of rape and physical abuse, and she, just as you've said, predicted there, she's crying and she's saying what he did.
I didn't see that video.
Yeah, so she's in a lot of distress on the video. You can't see her face, and this is from before he even got famous. This happened in 2015, but the police over here, they didn't act fast enough. And by the time it came to hand the case over to the prosecution, 4 years had gone by and they basically did not have enough evidence, even though they had eyewitness to the rape, the alleged rape. So you're seeing that starting to come out now in the UK. And obviously then he took his business over to Romania. Are you of the belief, just out of interest, that he is guilty?
When I was in prison, I met a lot of boys, a lot of guys who made businesses like this.
Okay.
And I can tell you one thing. I don't know how good looking guy these brothers are, because I don't know how to say about a man if he's good looking or not. But I know he's not so good looking to convince 10 girls to work for him and to pay him everything from what they earn. Man, you can make a woman love you, maybe two, to love you enough and to make video chat for you and to give you all her money, but not 10, man. Who are you?
So the likelihood of him telling the truth here, it seems very far-fetched.
Let's take his side 1 second. Okay, all the girls wanted to make video chat. They come, they work. At one point, you have to make, to act better with one girl and to act worse with another girl. Because there will always be all kinds of, especially between women. If you keep 10 women in one room, it will be World War III. So it's a very difficult. After some time, you have to be a little bit aggressive, so they can have fear. We people are like this. Mm-hmm. We obey only if we are afraid of something, or of somebody. I will be afraid of you if I knew you are able or capable to kill me. I will not say a bad word about you. Man, I don't want to talk about him. Who knows? He's crazy. He's going to kill me. I just gave you an example to understand.
Okay, so
we are all like this.
You made a point earlier about you've encountered men who set up similar businesses. In terms of men who are rapists, and I'm assuming you may have come across some of them in the prison system, what do you think it is that makes a man do that? When you can find a woman who wants to have sex with you, why is it that they, from the ones you've met, what do you think is the component in them?
The willing of power, because after some time, especially for the rich people, not for all of them, I'm not putting all in the same closet.
Yeah.
But for some of them, it's boring after a while. Yeah, she wants to sleep with me. She wants to sleep with me. It's like in Christmas, you have all kinds of cookies. Yeah, take this one, take this one. No, man, I'm tired. And when Christmas is over and you don't have any cookies anymore, you want to eat all of them. Exactly like this is with money. You have so much money, you have so much girls. It's not interesting anymore to sleep with one girl or two girls or 10 girls. But it will be very interesting, a lot of adrenaline when I try to sleep with a girl and she rejected me. Or even if she wants to sleep with me, I'm aggressive enough that she will say, okay, stop it, until here. I like you, I want to make love with you, but not like this. Don't hit me, don't slap me. And from that point, he's in power, he's in charge, he has control of her life. It's exactly like a serial criminal thing. Because I met a lot of serial criminals also. I'm not saying that Andrew Tate is a serial criminal, but they all go under the same mentality. Man, my English, I know it sucks, but I'm trying my best.
You're doing good. Thank you. You're doing good. I can hear you. I can understand you, no problem. And in terms of where he is right now, he hasn't been convicted of anything yet. He's being held. What will those conditions, circumstances be like? What kind of place will he be in right now?
He is in Bucharest, in the central police station. He is allowed to give 10 calls a day, 60 minutes every day.
Okay, and in terms of how many prisoners to a room and that sort of thing?
He's alone with his brother in the room. There are 4 people arrested, 2 women and
him and his brother.
And Tate's brothers.
Okay.
The Tate's brothers are in the same room alone, and the other 2 girls also in another room alone.
I heard that the prosecutor who's controlling the case, I heard that prosecutor is quite well known in Romania for being very good and taking down big time gangsters. Have you heard anything about the prosecutor, what they've said, what they have, what evidence they might have, anything like that?
Yeah, first of all, this prosecutor is very correct. So he's he has surveillance and bodyguards 24 hours a day, every day, because he brought a lot of influential people in prison with money and fame and political connection. He don't care. If you're guilty, you go to prison. If you're innocent, he will give his life so you can be free. When I was doing bad stuff, I was afraid of guys like him. But now I'm happy we have prosecutors like that in Romania.
Has this prosecutor said anything publicly in regards to evidence or given any information out in the media in Romania?
He only said that the evidence that they got were enough for them to put him in arrest. So he's very sure he's guilty.
Wow.
One more thing. Maybe, I don't know if you know it or not. We have 6 girls. 1 from USA, 1 from Moldavian, and 4 from Romania. Yep. When was the first house warrant, when they first time come in, they found the girl from USA in a room locked up. Yeah, so they took the girl out. They go to police station, and she said all the story. And she talked about the other girls. The girls were not allowed to talk to each other. And listen to me. When they took all other 5 girls, they all had the same story. How can you explain? There are clear evidence right now because the stenograms of their conversation are public now. I don't know if you know it. Yesterday, police put out some new evidence.
Oh, really? So what does that mean?
With conversation between Andrew Tate and his guys, and between Andrew Tate and the girls. And from that conversation, you can clearly see the girls were not allowed to go outside alone, only with somebody, always, but not all the time, only when it was very necessary. They were not allowed to talk to each other. Some of the girls didn't even knew they gonna come to make video chat. But like I said, I put myself also in Andrew Tate's shoes, and I will say, okay, they all knew they're gonna make video chat, but still not under these conditions. Okay, I work for you, but you're not allowed to close me in one room and forget about me. They made a lot of pressure to the girls to work hard and many hours, because when you make video chat, you have to stay a lot of hours to bring customers into that private chat, because on the private chat, they pay a lot of money. A lot of the customers wants to meet the girls. So they manage, I'm sure, because they all do this. They also made a connection between the clients and the girls. They brought the clients to the girls, because this is how the money is made. Only from video chat, there's not so much money. How much money did he said he earned from video chat? Because I have friends who have video chats. They have also boys for gay chat. They have also couples, because gays and couples earn way more money than the girls in video chat business. Just to let you know. I want to know how much money he said he earned from video chat.
I mean, he said in the hundreds of thousands a month when he had all these girls, but his story changes so rapidly, and the numbers that he says in every interview are very different. So it's hard to know, but from what my research told me, just like what you've just said, the real money, the introduction is the webcam, but the real money is in the actual prostitution, the real meetups where the guys come and meet the girls and then have sex with them. That's where the real money seems to be, in that industry. I don't know if Tate did that, but that's what I understand, what you've just said.
Yeah, my research is also the same, and I had direct contact with people who own video chat business.
The 2 women who were arrested with them, one of them was ex-Romanian police officer. What do you know about this woman and what role she played?
Man, I'm ashamed to talk about her, because I'm so disappointed when I see such a thing. A police officer who goes on the other side, man. That make me be afraid on walking on the street, man. She was the one hitting the girls the most. So if a girl was reacting, I don't want to work for you anymore, F you, all of you, she will be the one who will go in her room and kick her ass.
That makes sense, because obviously being a police officer, you have training, you're used to dealing with people, you're used to keeping order. How did you hear that, by the way, about that she was the enforcer?
From the how you call it, from the conversations they put out yesterday.
Oh, right, okay. I heard his lawyer was very cautious in what they said in terms of giving statements.
Yes, also the lawyer. Let's because I analyze everybody. Good. I have this style of analyzing people.
Good, mate.
And I analyzed the lawyer also. He was not so convincing, man. Normally, a lawyer would come out and would say, "Don't worry, he's innocent. We're gonna prove his innocence." Everything they have is a BS. But he was like, I talk with the Tate brothers. They are quite relaxed. We hope everything is going to be fine. We don't know yet. He was so insecure. I was like, shit, they really have something against them.
The rumor is, from what I understand anyway, 10 to 20 years is what this charge carries. Given the celebrity status of Andrew, if he does not plead guilty, which I think a guilty plea would obviously get that reduced, I would imagine, how do you think the prosecution would handle Andrew given his celebrity status?
If they will find him guilty, if he's charged from 10 to 20, they will give him 15. Even if he will say he's innocent, even if he will not cooperate. Why? Because if they will give him the maximum punishment, everyone will say, Matrix did it. If they will give him the minimum sentence, everyone will scream, Andrew Tate paid them. It's a corrupt country. You have to understand, no matter what decision the judge will take, unfortunately, the whole world will hate us. And this is so unfair. And, man, just believe me, we are not such a corrupt country. You find corruption in every country, also in UK, in USA, everywhere, man.
Let's suppose he is found guilty and ends up in the same prison that you went to. I really want to try and get an idea of what those conditions were like in terms of starting with how the guards and prisoners will treat him.
First of all, normally they should be sent to an accommodation room where are 50 people in one room. 50, not 15.
Is that with bedrooms, or like is it just one big room with a load of beds?
It's one big room with a lot of beds.
Wow, okay.
Bed 1, bed 2, bed 3.
All right.
If you're strong enough when they all know you, you sleep on a first bed. If you're still strong enough but you don't have so much power in that prison, you sleep at the second bed. If you are nobody or just a guy with the money, you're still gonna end up on the third bed. After 30 days, you go in a normal cell where are 4 people in the room or 6 people in the room.
In this scenario where he's in a cell, obviously he'll be in there with other prisoners and you'll have the prison guards. Given he's a celebrity, but also his charges would be against him doing crimes against women. How would his treatment from other people be?
He has the right to go on a protected area. They will send him in a protected area 100%, especially that he make it public, he say it publicly. They gonna kill me. They gonna put me in prison and they gonna kill me. Because he knew with the charge of rape you can die in prison. He knew. But the system will protect him way more than a normal inmate. So the system will protect him very much, just so he cannot be killed in prison and the whole world to say, yeah, Andrew Tate is a hero. You know what I mean? And the system killed him.
I get you.
Brought him to silence.
How violent are Romanian prisons? Like in terms of how often did you see violence when you were in there? And also like what is the level, the scale in terms of what was the worst violence that you witnessed with another guy that you've seen happen?
85% they mind their own business. But like in every prison, in every country, 15% maybe are people who doesn't want to come out, who doesn't want to be normal again. They want to have a criminal life. They make a lot of bad things.
Andrew's obviously a wealthy guy and he's used to a very nice lifestyle, lovely beds, lovely food, everything's been luxurious. What kind of like living is it going to be in terms of the beds and the food and whatnot?
You all have to understand something. In prison, the worst enemy you got are not the other inmates and are not the conditions. worst enemy in prison are your own emotions. You miss your family. You miss your freedom. Man, I used to close my eyes, sitting in the bed, laying in the bed, closing my eyes, and imagine that I take a walk in the park and saying hello to people. Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. And man, after that, opening my eyes and man, I'm still here, man. That is the worst enemy you got in prison, not the other inmates. I don't give a damn if I have to fight 10 people. I don't care. This is not the worst case. The worst case is when, for example, my dad passed away and they didn't let me go to his funeral. Now that can kill you. The worst enemy you got is yourself, because you can kill yourself.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You can kill yourself. I saw a lot of guys big like you who kill themselves. And I saw a lot of guys like me who managed to survive and to go out and to have a normal life again.
Do you think that could be a hindrance to him, that he is used to such a happy life? So he's a pleasure seeker. We know he loves pleasure, and in jail there is no pleasure. Do you think that extreme change could really hurt his mental health?
It's very depressing. Yeah. It was for me, and I'm an average guy. I'm really a normal guy. I mean, and I can afford to go in expensive restaurants, and for me was very hard to see all these walls. Because of the walls in prison, your color skin changes. Man, sometimes it changes forever. You can see also in my face. You see, I have some problems because of the prison walls. Depends on how long you stay there.
Can you give me an idea of like the average day of food in there, just to see what people would eat there?
They serve cabbage, they serve potatoes, potato soup, cabbage with potatoes, baked bones, bone soup, man. And then all over again, rice, but you don't want to try that rice. The rice runs away from your table. It's not good.
Okay. In terms of like cleanliness, you know how some places cockroaches, and is it quite irritating in terms of insects and whatnot?
Yeah.
I brought a
there are a lot of, man, I forgot about the insects. I want to forget about the insects. Man, now I don't want to make a horror movie here, but there are a lot of insects, man.
What about showering and exercise? Because Andrew obviously loved staying active, looked after himself, always nice moisturized skin. Andrew Tate was known for. Look, what kind of how often will he be allowed to exercise, and how often can he shower and stuff like that?
If he will behave decent, if he will respect the laws inside the prison, he will be allowed to go on the gym one day in a week. Okay. One day, showers 2 times a week. Tuesday and Friday.
Tuesday and Friday.
2 times a week. It's enough, yeah.
That's mad that you're not allowed to shower more than twice a week. It's
expensive, man.
Yeah.
It's expensive for them.
Cost of living, man. The hot water bills going up. Yeah, with all those dudes.
We prefer to invest in hospitals than in prisons.
Good. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm really learning a lot about this, and he's bringing a lot of attention and a lot of negative attention now to Romania.
Man, he has this skill of manipulating people. He's using weak, vulnerable, depressed people in order to make himself more millions. Because I only have a question. If you want to help me and you want to give me a good life advice, why should I have to pay $50 for your course? Because you're multimillionaire. Give it for free, man, because I'm poor. You want my money to be more rich than you have ever been, I will never sell a course, but I will write a book about how to be a human being. I don't know how to write a book about how to be rich. I've never been rich, but I believe we all need to read a book on how to be a human being, because we seem to forget how to be a human being. We all try to take advantage of each other.
And one last question, buddy, and thanks again, mate, because you've really been honest and I really appreciate it. In terms of, you've watched cases play out several times over the years, and you've seen, as you say, powerful and famous people go to prison in Romania. If you had to predict and guess roughly how this plays out now, what do you expect Andrew Tate to go through, and where does this end up?
It's so difficult to predict, because on one way, I just want him to be innocent, and I just hope all the girls are lying, because I don't want to imagine those girls suffering.
Okay.
I just prefer the option where all the girls are lying. But it's very difficult because only 2 of them wants money from him. The other 4 girls don't want any money. The prosecutor said that's why they took his house and his cars, because he would have a how you call it? Not a penalty.
Compensation for what they've been through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if the victims win, and Andrew Tate will leave the country, they will have something to sell and to pay to the victims. But only 2 of the victims wants money from him. The other 4 wants no money. They just want him to pay for what he done. That's why it's very hard for me to believe it's all a setup, because 4 of the girls don't want any money. They just want justice. If he is really guilty, and they will find him guilty, they will give him between 15 and 17 years. If he's charged, from 10 to 20.
Well, we'll wait and see. I might end up back on the call to you, depending on what happens. We might have another video chat to do, because you never know. He might get out. We just don't know what happens next.
Yes.
Thanks for your time, Dan. I really appreciate it, mate. And also, well done on all the charity work, rescuing dogs. I know you've literally just rehomed a dog today.
Yeah. Man, I'm happy, but I'm sad, man. It's like I give away my own child now, because he was at my place. She was at my place 5 days now. But this is the sad part of this mission. When you find a family and you get attached, it's very hard.
Well done, mate. And I'll make sure to put a link in the description for everybody who wants to check out your YouTube, your charity, your Instagram. And thanks again for your time, and well done on reforming and being a good member of society. You're doing some great stuff, mate. Cheers.
Thank you very much. And once again, sorry for I didn't find my words so good in English, but
all good, mate. All good. I'll catch you soon. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Okay, that was a very interesting chat with Dan from Romania, giving us some information there. Let us know what you thought of it in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? And don't forget to hit that like button. And for more, stay subscribed to the True Geordie YouTube channel. And I'll see you later.